Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 9 to the Skies. And we're starting things off today where we finished last time, but I have made a few improvements. I've got the ceiling done in here and just put a few beams across just to separate it out a little bit. Haven't touched anything at this side. I did put a couple of patterns in. I think I went through these in the last one though, but I've got one there now for bricks and one for smooth stone as well because I use this quite a lot as like a base block. I don't think I mentioned this, but I've also done the gold, iron and osmium so can turn the ingots into dust, and I can use that for crafting the upgrades for mechanism. But the main thing I've done is this bit over here. So we already had the inscriber for the silicon, and I've added a second one for the silicon, and then we've got the logic, calculation and engineering, so one for each, and then the last three, one for each of the processors as well. So I use this for the logic, calculation processor and the engineering processor, so we can access all of that from in here. So if we just look at the applied logistics stuff, all of that can now be requested from in here. And to make that even better, I've also added these in, which we did at the end of the last episode, but I've been putting a few things in here. So all the basic stuff from mechanism, these will always keep a stock of 64 now, and the same for the processors from AE2 as well. So we'll always have some of those on hand, and whenever we use them, they'll automatically be topped up by using these things. So that's very good, I'm very happy with that. I've also added another room on this side, and this is to do a bit more automation. Now, I don't know if it's going to be similar where it's requested or if it's just exported and have something processed in here, don't know yet, but I'm not going to do anything in here today because I do have another plan. But if you just have a look at some of the other stuff I've done, I have another few in here. I've added in another one for the ice because I'm going to need a ton of the blue ice, because I think, I may be wrong, but it's the only way of getting the dry ice that we need for the power reactor. But then I've also added one in for the end stone as well, because we're going to need to crush this so we can get the draconium dust for when we get into draconic evolution. Oh yeah, I've added 2 diamond upgrades into all of these as well, because some of them were backing up. The amount of stuff we've got coming through here now is crazy. I didn't mention this, but last time I added these drawers in as well, because these have been added into the sieving outputs for dust. So this is the appetite, and this was a bit of a process to do this before, but now we can just sieve it, so I don't have to do that. And then up here, I've also got a setup for the dirt, and I did have this done last time, but another thing I didn't get around to mentioning. So we just have the mud exporting into here, and I do have a ton of mud. It's ridiculous. This is all just from the Zycraft extractor, and where is it? Yeah, 34,000, and I've exported a lot of it into here, and this just goes into these drying basins and then output above to this drawer, and I've got 7,000 dirt in there now. So I've placed a lot of it down just so we can get a few mobs spawning, and I've already captured a few of them. So I've been using these things called the mob yoinkers, and you can see in there I've already got a few. So I'm really after chickens at the minute, because today I want to set up a mob farm, and obviously to set up a mob farm you need a chicken, don't you? That's right. And the last thing I did was improve my crafting storage. So I did have a 1k storage up there, and that was nowhere near good enough, especially when we've got stuff automatically requesting on its own now. So I've set up 8 of these, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these 4 over here, so we can have 8 on this one cable, and then probably have another cable over here with another 8, and then that allows me space to have another block like this over here. I mean, at the minute I don't need it because it's ridiculous this, but we will do that, and I will get this room sorted out eventually. I think I'm going to use something like the Certus quartz blocks, just make it look like really AE2 heavy, really fancy, bit of a laboratory kind of feel. But today I want to go down here, and I have set up some more elevators down here. So we have this one, and then we have this one right at the bottom of the world. And I have been coming down here a little bit and killing some slimes, and we do have a little bit of XP from doing that, and they're not spawning now for some reason. So yeah, we do get a few over here, and I've been hacking away at those. But I don't think I'm going to do anything down at the bottom of the world. What I want to do is something on this level here. And I'm going to move all my power generations to this level. So I am going to set up those niotic thermal generators on here, and maybe do a few more. But I also want to get the power reactors going. So this is one block above, and I will have a different floor here. And also I am going to surround all of this base with a big like floating island eventually. I think that is going to be my plan, and that is why I can leave it looking so janky at the minute. I'm going to get rid of all this down here. I'm not going to have anything right at the bottom of the world, so I can go right underneath it and have it surrounded by a big floating island. But I think today I want to also use this area for a mob farm as well. I'm going to be using the corrupted dirt, whatever it's called, from mob grinding utilities. So let me go get a few things sorted, and we'll have a look at how we do that. Okay, so a short time later, and this is where we're at. And this is what we're going to go for. We've gone for a completely different look down here than we have from everywhere else. So we're going for the white concrete because this is EMCable. And then we've got the kiwi, which we've got an absolute ton of. And you craft this stuff with the gems. So just have a look. You do this one in a stone cutter, but you can craft the bricks wherever they are. Yeah, these things you can craft with the light zirconium gems and the kiwi. And this is a very cool looking block. I like this a lot. And then we're going for the RGB lamps again from Zycraft in the corner. So this is looking pretty cool. And then I've got the tinted glass here. And I've just gone for the vanilla one. I know a lot of people don't use this one. They use the mod grinding one. But the tinted one looks good to me. So I'm going to go with that. We also have a 5x5 area in the middle here. And this is going to be dirt. And then we're going to turn it into the dreadful dirt from mod grinding utilities. But to do that, we need to get a rotten egg. So we'll have a look at that in a second. But I also want to do a few other things first. So I have ripped out this thing down here. So we did have a pillar or 2 pillars, I think, going right down here. But I've got this elevator floating now, so I need to somehow get that. And we have all these slimes over here as well, which has been handy because I do need a little bit of XP for what I'm going to do next. So I have been killing a few of these. And yeah, we have a few slime spawn eggs because we've got, what's it called? Capturing on this, which lets you get the spawn eggs of whatever you're killing. So I may have to do like a manual mob farm somewhere as well so I can get a few spawn eggs, but for now we'll just leave these things alone. First thing I need to do is craft a magnet because I've been waiting to do this and I just haven't done it. So I've got this hub here. We need to do this one first, like that, and then we should be able to do this thing. So I don't know how these work. I don't know if you need to activate. You do need to activate them, yeah, just like so. If you just right click it, there's probably a keybind for it as well, but if we just leave this on for now, if we go right down, should be able to mine this up and we'll just get it. And I did get that. Oh no, that turned my magnet off as well. So I've got the same hotkey assigned for my hover mode on my jetpack to my magnet, so that definitely is changing. So yeah, I'm going to rip all that out as well, but for now we just need to get on this mob farm. So firstly I need to get this rotten egg, don't I? So if we just look this up, it's a fairly simple thing, but there are a few things that we need to do. And firstly, we need a chicken, which I have been capturing a few in my mob yonkers. I've got 2 in here, so we only need 1 for this. I was considering breeding a few, but I think we're going to get loads spawning anyway if I just get rid of all the other animals. And if we just look at this, what we need is this cursed chicken feed. So for this, we need 4 XP buckets, which should be easy enough to do. Seeds, rotten flesh, bones, gunpowder, and spiderite. Now, I'm not sure if I've got... Yeah, I have got all of that because I have been killing a few mobs. So it is just the XP buckets I need. So that's okay, we can do that. So if we look, what we need is an XP drain. This thing here. So the only thing missing is the singularity tank, and that's just iron and glass. And then we can do this. And all we need to do is stand on it. So we just need to get a few buckets. It was 4, wasn't it? So if we can just put this down and stand on it, and that will drain it. So we can just randomly right click because you can't see how much is in it. Oh no, you can, so the top, isn't it? Okay, there we go. So we now have 4 buckets, so we should be able to craft this cursed chicken feed. So I'll grab that, and we've got our chicken here. So we just need to feed it, and it is going to explode. A chicken will be sacrificed for this. So if we just do it, there we go. And there we go, we have a rotten egg. So now we just need to get a little bit of dirt, which isn't a problem because we've got all this here. And then if we come down here, I probably shouldn't do this yet. I probably should get everything set up for collecting it first. So let's do that. Let's just put the dirt down. So I'll put that in our offhand. And you go away. And it's already pretty dark in here. Let's just do that. And I haven't decided yet how I'm going to move the mobs around. I was thinking I'd go for the fans, but I'm probably going to do vector plates to be honest, because they look way cooler than the fans. So we need to get those crafted up, but I also need to work on the collection and the killing as well, don't I? So we're going to go for the mob masher, obviously, but I think we're going to go for the backpack for the collection, which is what I did in my other series, because these things just work so well. So if we just shift right click, we can put that on the floor, and I've got a few upgrades here. Firstly, we're going to put the advanced magnet upgrade in, and that just means it will pick up anything that is on the floor near it, and it does it so quickly as well. And also we're going to have a stack upgrade, so this is going to have a bit of a buffer, and what this does is multiplies the number you can get in one slot by 8. So you can just, if I just shift click these in here, this goes up to way beyond the stack. We're also going to have a tank upgrade, so it can collect XP, and then also a void upgrade for getting rid of some of the stuff that we don't want. Although this might not be needed because I do have another plan for doing something a little bit more advanced, but we'll get to that in a minute. We'll just get the basics up and running. But I think that is pretty much in it. I do have this covered up because if you put this stuff down and it has access to the sky, it will just burn and you'll lose it all. So I think firstly we just need to get the mob masher and the vex plates, don't we? And then we can get this done. So I already have the recipes set up for the mob masher because it is a bit of a pain to craft because there's like iron swords and stuff in it, so crafting stuff with non-stackables is a bit of a pain. So if we just have a look in here, we have this, so I should just be able to click this and it'll do it. I also want all of the upgrades for it as well, but some of those we have to wait until we've got the farm done before we can do that. So we should be able to do sharpness and smite, but then, yeah, I need to do a recipe for this die. Let's do that now. So we'll do the sharpness. And also the looting we can't do yet because we need looting books for that, but you only need looting 1. And there is a way of doing this just with skeleton skulls. So it is the enchanter from Ender.io, but I think we might have enough. No, I didn't know if we've got this in a quest or anything. Right, so we may need to do a little bit of that, get into Ender.io a little bit. That's not a big deal for now. All I really want to get is the smite and the sharpness. We also want to do beheading as well. Actually, we could do this. But yeah, definitely want a pattern for that one as well, because that'd be a real pain to craft. What was the other one? Smite, wasn't it? Oh, I may not have enough rotten flesh to do that one, but we should definitely have some fairly soon. So I've been putting tons of recipes in here as well. Been going through all the power stuff, so for the reactors and a little bit of create. We're getting there. Right, yeah, so I got the stuff for the fan here, which I aren't going to use now. I think I did the vector plates as well. No, I didn't. So let's do that while we're at it. And I'm just going to go for the lowest one. These are more than good enough for what I want to do. So we'll stick that in there as well. And lastly, I need a timer for RF tools. This thing here. So I won't bother with a pattern for this. I don't think I'm going to use these too often. But I have done some of the RF tool stuff because I want to get into using the builder fairly soon. And that should be it. Right, so I'll have that. And so we just need a redstone block, don't we? And we should be pretty much there. Right, let's go give this a go. Oh, and we already have mobs in there. That's not good, is it? Should we try killing them? That's going to end well. Oh, no. Didn't see the creeper. Right, is that? Right, that's lit up now. So if we just fly away a little bit, they should disappear. Okay, so we're going to have the mob masher here. And I'm going to have a few other things below there as well. Put the redstone block there. And put the mob masher on top. And then we're going to want the vector plates all pushed in that way. And I haven't crafted up everything that I've just set the patterns for away. So I'm going to put all the vector plates down before I turn this into the Dreadful Days. So let's just go craft everything up and get everything down. So for the vector plates, I think it's 7 by 7, isn't it? So it's 49, but then I've got a mob masher, so let's go 48. And okay. Alright, we'll have those. I also want the upgrades. So I definitely can't do all the smite ones yet, but we should be able to do the beheading. And you can only put 10 of each of these in here, so, oh no. Right, I need to teach that to do the helmets as well, don't I? And gold. And then if we put these in here, I mean, I probably could just get the mob farm running for a little bit and use the ones that come out of there, but I've got so much iron and gold, it's not a big deal. So let's go for beheading 10, and yeah, you can do all that. I also want the sharpness, and we'll do 10 of these as well. And how many smite can I do? I think I can only do 2 of these. Well, 3. Should we try 3? Yeah, I think that is the limit though. Yeah, so I need a bit more rotten flesh. Okay, so we'll have 3 of those. Better than nothing. Okay, so I think that's it. A little bit of redstone. And I've got a few blocks on me. So with the vector plates at the front, we can just have them pushing into there like that. That looks fairly good, doesn't it? I'm going to leave the one in the middle because this egg will do a 5 by 5. Which is that one there. So let's skip that and do that. And now we just need to put the rotten egg on there. And then knock out this torch. And we should be good. And this can be sped up. It won't be at full speed at first. But I'm just going to get this running. Get the basic storage done. And then we can get this sped up. So I really feel like I've missed something here. But oh yeah, let's just put the upgrades in here. Oh, I didn't grab the other ones, did I? Sharpness. Oh, I nearly killed myself on my own mob farm. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, do that. And now, if I click this here, that'll turn to Dreadful Day. But I also... Oh, no. Right, that's in. Now, I'll get rid of this torch. Do that. And I also, in here, have an Ender inhibitor. And this will stop Enderman teleporting away. So if we just put that just there, that should do the trick. Right, so we now have a working mob farm. It's not very quick at the minute, but we are going to sort that out. I just want to get this storage sorted first. So we've got XP going into there, items going into here, and the stuff I dropped as well. Right, so I'm just going to wait for a little bit of the rotten flesh. Actually, no, while we're here, what we can do is have a look at this void upgrade. Just like the other void upgrades, we can just click things into here, and then that'll just void anything that we've got in this list that comes into here. So these are the ones I really want as well, the ability totems. So this will probably just end up getting full of armor, but I'm probably going to filter out a different way eventually. So let me do a little bit of work. I want to build a platform below here, partly to get this sped up, but also for my storage as well. I want to do this below, so I'll just figure a few things out and we'll have a look. Okay, so I think I know what I'm doing now, and this thing has been running a little bit and we have a few things coming into here already, so I definitely need to get this sorted very quickly. But I've just crafted this thing as well, where is it? The advanced demagnetization coil, and this does exactly what you'd expect and basically stops my magnet from picking anything up from in here. Don't know that. So if we put that there, does that have a working area on it? That's pretty cool. So I think we can mess about the settings if we need to and blacklist anything that we do want to pick up. But when I'm stood here and things die, I shouldn't now pick anything up. Let's just put that in there. Alright, that seems to be working. I do need to sort out the XP as well, but I have a plan for that. I just need to get this storage done first. So we have another elevator that takes us to this little room below. And I'm basically just going to put everything into storage drawers. But I'm not going to pipe it out as you'd expect. What I'm going to do is take it into an AE2 system, and not my main one. You don't put your mob farm drops into your main ME system. We're going to have a separate one down here that we can access from upstairs as well, but is going to do all of the filtering into here for us. So I've got a few things on me, so let's start the obvious way with an import bus on the bottom of here. Now, did I bring acceleration cards? I did. I'm so smart. So from there, I have some coloured cables as well to remind us that this isn't the main network. How's that? Is that connected? Put that there. Right. So I don't know exactly where I'm going to put this, but why am I picking up XP? Right, you know what? I was going to turn my magnet off for now. Right, so we have this thing up here as well. I should explain this first. This is how we're going to speed up this dreadful day. So if you do any block updates on this, it will make mobs spawn faster. So what we can do is put this timer down from RF Tools, and you can set this to 2 ticks. So if you click on that, that's going to pulse every 20 ticks, but we can set this to 2. It just goes crazy like that. And if we have a look at what's going on with the mobs now, it's definitely coming in faster than I can deal with. Actually, is this magnet working? Let's just check. It is. So I'm not picking anything up, but no, I am picking things up. That's not working. Right, can I move that down a bit? Right, so if I stand here now, am I going to... Right, I'm still picking up XP for some reason, but I can live with that. But I'm not picking up items. Okay, I am going to slow this down because I need to get my storage sorted first. I could put a redstone lever on this as well, but I won't. I'll just do this to a big number. There we go, so what's that, every 10 seconds. Okay, right. So now I've got that. What we're going to do with this is put it into a storage bus, and that's going to be this way a little bit, isn't it? Now, I will cover this up and make it look pretty, but for now, I have an ME drive, and I need to get some discs. I haven't brought those yet. Let's put that there. We'll have these in between, and I'm going to go back a little bit further. So let's go down like that. I'm going to have this on the back, but there's no discs in there, so nothing will go into that yet. We'll have this over here, like this. And then I want my draw controller just here. So I'll put that there. That should send everything into there. Now I need to put a storage bus on the back of that, so let's do that first. And I have 2, and there is a reason for that. So let's put one there, and then I'm going to put one underneath as well. So we'll knock those out. I'll put one there like that. So what this is going to be the thing that takes stuff from the mob farm and puts it into there. And then we have one underneath, which we can use to connect to the main ME system, so I can get everything from up there. But this network here will only be able to see what's in these storage drawers, and obviously on this disk drive as well. So let's get the rest of this wired up like that, and then I have a crafting terminal as well, so we can see what's in there. That looks terrible, so put that there. Am I really one short? Right, so have those. That there, and that there. Right, so now we can see if there's anything in there, but we won't be able to see it yet because we don't have any power to this. So I do have a quartz fiber on me, so let's grab that there, and I ran this big cable all the way down from my main system at the top. So now that should have power, and this is a controllerless sub network, so we'll only be able to use 8 channels on here, but that's fine because I think I've got everything connected up anyway. Yeah, so we've got the import bus, a storage bus, the drive, and the crafting terminal, so that's absolutely fine. So put that there like that, make it look pretty. I'll now put a facade on here as well. And I want to add everything to this, but I probably should lock all these manually first tonight. Don't want this filling up with any other rubbish. So let's just do that. And I've got the big ones on this side for the bulk items. I know some of these are already locked. Okay, so now if we link to this storage controller, and then we can add all of these and all of these. Now, it's the slightly grindy process. Let's turn the magnet off. Of taking everything that's in here that we want to store and putting it into the drawers. So we'll take the big ones first. And I'm gonna need a ton of upgrades for this as well. So do we have, there we go, rotten flesh, string, gunpowder. So let's just do these. So yeah, this is the boring bit, but it's gonna be so worth it once we get it done. So we'll have ender pearls in there. And then if I set this at a really high priority as well, I'm gonna be able to send all the stuff that I've got in my main system down to be stored here. So all mob drops that are already in here, we can send down. And then yeah, so I'll get all this sorted out, and then we can have a look and see if this works well. Right, so nearly there, but I'm just crafting up the disk drives that I need, and this is the thing that it's doing, and I'm so glad I don't have to do this manually. But while we wait for this to do its thing, let's go have a look at what we've been up to. So as you can see, I have sped the farm back up, and the XP needs sorting, but most of the stuff in here is not stuff that's going to go in the storage drawers. So I've got pretty much everything in here now. So yeah, it's already building up. I've got 2 diamond upgrades in each one, and yeah, that was expensive, but I've also got void upgrades in each one as well. Just in case I let this get out of hand, it's not going to be an issue, because if there's no space in here, it's going to go into the disk drives, which I haven't got in there yet. But we also need to set the priority of this higher than the disk drive. So I'll just set this up to 1000, and this should be the default of 0. Yep. So once we get the disk drives in there, anything that's in that backpack that can't find a space in here, we'll just go straight into this disk drive. And what I'm also going to do as well, if we have a look at the storage bus, we're going to put this onto insert only. So now we can't take anything out of here from this storage bus, but we do have the one below. So from the main system, we can take things out. So if we then look in here, this will only show us what we can access. And because we've set this to insert only, we can't access anything. So I'm basically just going to use this to show anything that is on the disk drive rather than in here. And then if I want anything out of here, I'm going to be in my main system anyway. So the main thing really is the ability totems. That is the main reason we're doing this. So I've got quite a few of these in here now. So I'm going to get some of these. And I'm going to import all of this armor as well, because I may want to steal some of these enchantments. I mean, they're not great. It's only like low level stuff, but the soul bound might be worth keeping. So I can extract these off here, and I can maybe smelt these down, or I don't know. There may be another use for them that I haven't thought of. And the bags as well, we will do something with this, but we can just import them for now as well. So let's just go see if those disk drives are ready, and we can get those in and get this all finished off. So we have those there now. So we will do all 10. I know it's overkill, but why not? And actually, I could probably put some of these in this one as well. Oh no, actually, are they all done? These are all 1Ks though, so have I got any empty ones? Let's just take some of, yeah, let's take the empty ones out, and we'll fill it with those. And there's definitely nothing on these. So yeah, I'll put those away, and then we can just use the other 6 down in the mob farm. So once I put these into here, they should start filling up instantly with the stuff that's still in that backpack. So I'll put those in there. 5 and 6. As you can see, the totems are already going into there. And then if we look in here, we can see everything that's in there. So that's great. I'll sort that by number of items. Actually, this one might be worth doing by mod. I don't normally do this. But yeah, so that puts all totems at the top, which is very good. Okay, so now I think I just need, actually no, let's wire this up so we can definitely see everything from the main system. So I've pretty much done this, and then this storage bus, I'm going to set this high as well. Yeah, and then this is set to bidirectional, so it can put stuff in here and take it back out again. So that's good. And now if we go up to the top, we should be able to see that. So look in here, and oh, I've got tons of in there. That's really, I've got so much stuff, it's not making a dent in it yet. Actually, no, I've done this wrong, haven't I? I haven't put a P2P tunnel on it. That's why it's not working. Let's grab one of these. And I've already got my memory card. So we'll grab a dense cable as well. Right, so with our memory card, we'll go to the next available one. That's linked. That isn't. Because if we look in here now, where is it? Not that one. In this one, this says that this is connected to a storage bus, and that's not right. That shouldn't ever be on there. We should only ever have the cables and the P2P tunnels on here. We've got a few quartz fibers because we're powering other networks through it, but that's okay. And we have this one controller, so that's wrong. We don't need the storage bus on there. We definitely don't want that. So I'm going to do that from, get rid of that, and that. And we'll put that there. I'll copy that to that one. Put that there. And that's got 32 channels. So now if we put that in there, that should be using one device just from that storage bus. And this cable is carrying that one P2P tunnel. So now, if we come back up here, we should be able to see all that. Right, so yeah, see the ender pearls there going up? And anything else? Yeah, the rotten flesh, we didn't have much of that before. So yeah, all the mob drops definitely in there. All the mob heads. We're going to need some of the skeleton skulls to do the book. So I think we'll do that next and we can get the looting going in there. And even though the mob drops coming in like crazy, once we get those looting upgrades in there, that's going to be even better. So does that mean we need to do some ender IO? I think it does, doesn't it? Can I do dark steel a quick and easy way? Dark steel and I'll do this. Alloy smelting. Oh, we could just do it with a primitive one. It'd be a bit slow, but we don't need a lot. So let's just... Can we craft this? How have we not got deep slit? Oh, we've only got cobbled. Right, let's just grab some cobbled deep slit. Put that in there. Love that. And there's the alloy smelter, so let's get the primitive one. Just like that. And I need a better setup up here, don't I? But I should have some gates on me somewhere. Look, I can see them now. Pull out. Oh, can I not do that? Or is this not powered? Or is this just use fuel? Okay. I believe it's obsidian, iron, and coal dust. Yeah. Do that in a crusher. So let's go do that. Should set up a recipe for this as well. But for now, let's just stick half of that in there. And I'll go back up there. Put some fuel in there. And iron. What did we need this thing for again? I can't remember now. Oh, the enchanter, wasn't it? Oh, everything else I believe is just basic vanilla stuff. Yeah, diamonds and a book. We can do that. So we just need 4 pieces of dark steel, which this is what's going to do for us. And yeah, not quickly, but we'll get that. We'll definitely get into Ender IO as well. It's one of my favourite mods. You know what though, thinking about it, the storage bus on the back of that draw controller, I don't think that's the right way to do it. We can do this better, can't we? If we grab an interface, and we'll do this type, I could look at everything that's in that system, including on the drives, from up here. That's going to be a bit better, isn't it? So, right, we've got 5 now. So we might as well do this enchanter. And I'm also, while I'm up here, I'll do the thing I need to get the XP sorted as well. So we'll have one of those. Now, I don't think this needs power, does it? I can't remember. It's been such a long time. Does it? No. So I think you just put the things in with a book and it'll do the enchanted books for you. But you just need to give it XP as well. So that is what we need to sort out. So I already have a recipe up here for what I need. It's the experience crystal. And there is a very similar thing from Ender IO as well that we could use, but I am going to use this one. And for the bottle of enchanting, what I want to do is craft this thing, which I've got up here, the force rod. And it's all just the crystals from Forcecraft, so that's no big deal. Let's have that. Now is that going to... Right, 3 durability, and all you need to do is craft this with a book. Oh no, the durability is going up because I'll be with my talisman, won't it? Okay, so I have an enchanted book in here that I got from a quest, so we can just use this, only efficiency 3. I think you just craft them together and you get experience balls. So I'll take that, and we can use that again. Nice. So this thing, we should be able to do it now. RGB viewer, how do you do these? Alright, there we go. Take that. And then we can just pipe out the XP into this and just take as many levels as we want. So I think I'm going to take this with me. And I'll get some books as well. We can go down there and get those fortune upgrades done. And we're also going to use the interface as well and get that set up right. Okay, so much time has passed and I have done a little bit of work. But I've mainly been letting this thing run and I've got a crazy amount of stuff now. But before we have a look at that, I'll show you what I've done here. So I've just piped out the XP into this thing, the experience crystal, and with this I can just store all the levels that I've got on me and take them all out if I want to, or just take a few. So I'm basically just leaving all my levels in there and I can get as many as I need. This thing, bit of an oversight on my part, I've got the skeleton skulls and the lapis, but unfortunately I need book and quills for this to do the enchanted books, and for that means I need squid ink, and I don't have squid. So I was thinking about doing it now, but I'm trying to not do too much in each video. So this is a big task on its own, so I think we'll leave that till next time. But if we just have a look down here, I've tidied this up a little bit. I've left this open over here. I am going to close this off. It's just so I can get outside and do a few things. But we have an absolute ton of stuff in here. Look at all these totems. We've got some crazy stuff, and I'm definitely going to get into using these next time. And definitely this one. This is the one I was waiting for, and it is quite rare because this has been running a while. I've got like over 40 of some of them and only one flight totem. So this basically gives us creative flight for free, and we don't need any power. So the jetpack is now already a thing of the past once we get this sorted anyway. So I've got tons of armor in here as well, which I probably don't really need, but I have discovered if you craft these with the force rod that we use for that book, you actually get the whole crafting recipe back, which is madness. And I've got tons of this stuff. Now, I have tons of gold anyway, so it's not really necessary, but it might be worth doing if we can automate it. So the thing I just said I was going to change was, instead of just having a storage bus under here, which I have still got there because I have changed my mind again. But what I said I was going to do is if I put a storage bus on here and then put that on there, my main network should now be able to see everything in this network. Kind of. So if we go have a look, I'll show you what I mean. So in here, there should be a ton of the totems now. But there won't be any of the mob drops now. And that's because that network itself can't see the mob drops because the storage bus is on insert only. So that means I still do need a separate storage bus to see everything in there. And there are two solutions to that. I could change this back so it's not on insert only and it's bi-directional, but that means I'd see everything in here, and I don't actually, do I? I don't know if it's that much of a problem because I don't want all this armor, and it's not cluttering anything up because it's just staying on these drives. It won't be cluttering up the system. You know, I think I'm going to leave it. What I was going to say is, instead of doing that, I could leave it on input only and then have a separate one connected to here to see this stuff, but I think that's a bit convoluted, isn't it? So is my magnet on? Let's just grab that. I think we'll leave it as it is for now, and if I don't like it, I can come back and change it, but I think that will be alright. So let's go up there and see what it looks like. So I've got this one sorted differently as well. So this is done by mod, whereas my main system is done by number of items. So let's go have a look. So yeah, have we got anything that's anywhere near the top yet? No, it's still not competing with all the ores I've got coming in. But yeah, actually the essence, that's not too bad. Rotten flesh. Okay, to finish off, shall we just get those smite upgrades in? Because we only did manage to do 3 earlier, so let's do another 7. Right, so let's carefully break this. And we'll put the rest of those in there. And I would have liked to have got the looting done, but because of this thing and yeah, the squid, we'll get all that done next time. So for now, I think I'm going to leave it there. Very happy that we've got all this done and it's all sorted into a separate ME system and it's all accessible from the main one. So that is a good day's work for me. Next time, I'm going to get even more stuff done. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.